Alright guys, welcome to my madness here as a Spider-Man simp. Yes, that's right, I've said it many times on the show. I like Spider-Man, okay? I love Spider-Man since I was a kid. I like Spider-Man, what can I say? So, I picked this guy up right here. This, of course, is the Mondo Spiderman Mecha. Now, I don't know the story this came from. I have a general understanding. It's from like an alternate Marvel timeline where Uncle Ben was an astronaut and aliens attack and, I don't know, Peter ends up working for Nick Fury and drives a huge mech that's the size of a building, and it, of course, is done up like Spider-Man. Because why wouldn't it be? If Peter's going to drive it, it's got to be a Spider-Man mech, right? So, this thing is huge. You can see it doesn't even really fit in my booth as I would normally film one of these videos. But here it is. This is a huge box with cool stuff inside of it. So let's crack this open just a little bit right here, and we can see what we've got there. And you see there is the Spider-Man Mecha, whatever, I don't know, with all his stuff in there, and he's got everything in. We've got kind of a brief little story there, depiction of what the general story is, and then you can fold it open here and you got some kind of black and white comic panels in there showing, you know, one of the fights with aliens and Peter in his giant Spider-Man mech. So there we have it. There it is. Take a spin around here, look at the back of it, just kind of shows you the figure there, and looks pretty good. Got some logos there on the side like that. But all right, there's the box. Let's go ahead, crack this bad boy open and see what we've got inside. Alright, so we got him out of the box here, and we're going to go over accessories real quick first, because he does come with a lot out of the box. So he comes with a lot of spare hands. So first up, we've got this set right here. We've got some kind of open reaching hands. We've got those. We've got a couple of gripping hands there. You'll see why he needs those. We also get a couple of wall crawling hands. So we've got that. Then of course we get a couple more just open hands for some reason, I don't know why. And then of course it is Spider-Man, and it wouldn't be Spider-Man if we didn't get some thwip hands. And the thwip hands have just a little bit of a feature, I'll show you here in just a second, that go with another accessory there. But he also has, for his gripping hands, he's got a couple of swords. So he's got kind of, I don't know what you call this, straight kind of katana looking thing, and then more of a samurai, I don't know, just cool big swords. There you go. And then of course he has his spider shield, which he can grip there on the back. And then he gets a couple of web effects. So he's got this kind of open reaching web there, and then he's got kind of this, I don't know, like a web bullet ball thing. And that's where these thwip hands come in, because they have this little hole in the bottom of them close to the wrist that you can kind of plug these into, and then you get that effect with both of those web effects there. So pretty cool stuff. And then of course he does come with a stand. So you get a stand here, so you've got your base here that you can plug this piece into, and then this actually comes out, and it's just kind of a metal wire that you can kind of open up to grip onto him, I guess, to get him in different positions. In fact, you can pull it all the way out. It's just a metal wire there. You plug it back in, so you can use that. But he stands up pretty good on his own. But I guess if you were going to get him into some more dynamic poses or anything like that, the stand might come in handy. Now, for the figure itself here, he looks pretty damn cool as far as I'm concerned. And let me point this out first, just because we're here. I do notice on mine that there is a little bit of a paint defect here. I don't know if you can see it there. Right there on the armor piece right here, there is some paint missing, possibly. I don't know, I can't really tell. I'm going to try and clean that up, but just have to mention it while it's there. Actually, as I'm sitting here rubbing it, it's coming off, whatever it was. I thought that was paint missing, but apparently it's not. So, okay, well, whatever it was, it came off. Never mind. We'll move on with the review. This thing just looks cool. Who doesn't love mecha stuff, right? Who doesn't love a big, cool robot mech? I mean, I grew up watching Robotech. I love that stuff. And this thing's awesome because I love Spider-Man. You got Spider-Man. You got mechs. What is there not to love about this thing? He just looks amazing. The detail on it, look at all the armor there on the back. Looks great. Armor on the front looks amazing. You've actually got sculpted in web lines that are painted, which look awesome. Just everything on this thing looks great. Look at the armor on the arms there, on the shoulders. Everything there. Got the pieces coming around the back of the head there. Legs look good. We've got the vents on the side. We've got nice detailing on the legs, little paint detailing here on the insides of the legs. Nice paint job here. More detailing on the webs on the side that are actually like painted and actually sculpted in. The feet look great. Even the bottom of the feet have some nice details there. I mean, this is just well sculpted, hands down. I mean, it's just looks really good. As far as articulation goes, this thing basically has everything you would want, except it does not have thigh swivel. But we'll start from the top. So the head is actually on a ball joint there. And then the neck as well is actually on a ball joint. So the bottom of the neck has a ball joint, top of the neck has a ball joint, so you can get lots of movement there on the head, all different angles. So looks pretty good there. We even got the armor pieces are on like a little ball joint there, which is cool. Same thing with this one here, although it doesn't move as much because it's pretty close to the arm, but you've got this little ball joint that this piece of armor sits on. Arms actually come up really high right there. He does have the bicep cut there. He's got the double jointed arms that come all the way up. Good there. As far as the hands goes, he's got rotation, and then they do come in and move around like that. So you got that there. Then as far as the torso goes, you've got a few joints here in the torso. So you've got this top piece that moves around on a ball joint. You've got the second piece that moves around on a ball joint. And then you've got this third piece that moves around on a ball joint. So you get lots of range of movement there with that torso piece and all the different joints that come together to create that. You do got ball joints here, sort of on the with some ratchets in it. Yeah. Then of course no bicep swivel, double jointed knees come all the way up to there. You do just have a hinge joint here at the ankle, but it's also got a ball joint at the front of the foot, so the front part of the foot can actually swivel like this, independent of the rear of the foot. So you got a lot of movement here on this thing. And for all that movement, he actually stands up and is pretty damn stable as far as, you know, how he's set up, which is nice. I mean, look at that. Doesn't take much. So for all those joints being in there, they're all nice and tight or ratcheted or whatever. They look good. So, I mean, look, articulation's great. Sculpt and paint are great. I got nothing bad to say about this figure at this point. It'd be cool if it had bicep cuts, or at the very least, or excuse me, thigh cuts, or at least maybe a joint in there. I mean, this turns a little bit, but not much. But I mean, really, that's the only issue that I have, and that's a very small complaint for what this guy is. I mean, this guy sits at over 10 inches tall. He's huge, and he's got great everything. So yeah, I'm really happy with the sculpt and the paint and the articulation on this guy. So let's go ahead and do some comparisons and see how this guy stacks up to some other figures. Alright, so of course, as a Spider-Man, we got to compare him to what I think are the two best Spider-Man figures we have, which of course is the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man and the new Renew Your Vows 2-pack Spider-Man. Now, obviously, the scale is off here because this is supposed to be like a 1/120th scale version of this giant mecha that's like the size of a building. So comparing him to 6-inch scale figures that are normal human beings, he looks a little off. I mean, he's a little too skinny to be a guy in a suit, and too small to be a huge mech that a guy's riding in a pilot seat in his head. So he falls in this weird place when you try and compare him with like 6 or 7-inch scale figures. I get that, but it still works. I mean, you could kind of flub it and say it's, I don't know, a severely injured cybernetic Peter Parker in a modified, you know, Spider-Man Iron Man suit or something. I don't know, because he's definitely going on the shelf with all of my Spider-Man Marvel Legends that I have. That's where this guy's going to go. So he's going to fit in there. So I got to like put some story together in my head to make him fit as a character of this size. But I still think it looks really cool. And I think it's going to work well for me in this. I don't know about you guys. If you would put him with other 6-inch scale figures, I don't know. So that's your call. But for me, it's going to work. And I mean, come on, he is Spider-Man, so we got to throw him up against Venom, right? So, of course, on the left, we've got my Marvel Select Venom. Love this figure, my favorite Venom figure that I own. And on the right, we've got an old school Toy Biz. I don't even know what scale this is supposed to be, but it's the Toy Biz Venom, kind of alien, whatever, symbiote Venom from the Along Came a Spider wave from back in, I don't know, 97 maybe, something like that. Great figure, holds up really well with modern 6-inch scale figures. Looks like a really cool alien version of Venom. But like, come on, if you're gonna have like a cybernetic Peter Parker, you know, who's in a cyborg suit, like, you gotta put him up against Venom. Alright, so let's talk about price here real quick. And this guy right now is going for about 60 bucks. And that's as of the end of 2022. We're between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Around $60 for this guy. Now, he's gone for much higher than that in the past. Prices seem to be coming down a little bit. I'm seeing him on Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, places like that for about that $60 price tag. And you got to factor in shipping and stuff. But locally, I see him go for a lot more. He's going for 100 bucks or more locally, so picking him up online, probably the better bet if you're looking to pick him up now. Is it worth that? Is it worth 60 bucks plus shipping? Well, look at it this way. To go get an Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man or, you know, half the value of that, you know, 2-pack Renew Your Vows to get that version of Spider-Man, whatever it is, you know, you're looking at $25 to $30 for one of those Spider-Man figures. That doesn't factor in shipping. This is a little more than twice that. Is it worth roughly 2 of those figures? Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a cool figure. This is a 10-inch tall Spider-Man mech figure that I personally think works in well with Marvel Legends as kind of a big cyborg Peter Parker, or whatever you want to do with him. Look, he's got great sculpt, great articulation, great paint. This is a cool figure that we've never gotten anything like this, at least not to this level, in Marvel Legends, even though there have been mech Spider-Man figures in the past. But those are really expensive, and in fact, picking those up costs more than this thing, and they're only 6-inch scale, and they're not anywhere near as detailed in paint and sculpt, and don't have as good articulation, and they cost more money because they're older and they're rare. I'd rather have this. I mean, again, it's roughly twice the price of a normal figure, but you're getting a lot here, man. I mean, I do think it's worth it. You're getting a lot. You're getting a really, really cool figure that's going to look great on your Spider-Man shelf. And it costs you as much as 2 other figures. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Look, I'm glad I picked this guy up. I've been eyeballing him for a while. And then I saw him go on sale on Big Bad Toy Store for Black Friday. I had to jump on it when I got the chance. Because again, I'm a Spider-Man simp. Fully admit it. I'm here. Alright? That's what it is. And I've been wanting this guy for a long time. When I saw the price drop, even just a few bucks, I jumped on it. And here we have it. I'm very happy to have him. He's going to look great on my shelf. I think he'll look great on yours as well. So, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this guy, and if it's something you think you'd want to pick up, or maybe if you already have him, let me know. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and as always, remember, enjoy your collection.